Subic is super chill, and that's why I like it. So we do have a place in Subic already, ready for us to move in, and for all intents and purposes, we were about to go. But the work that came in, me and my wife felt that it was best to stay here in Metro Manila so we could capitalize on the opportunities that were coming our way. But whenever quarantine rules do allow, we go up to Subic for the day, for the weekend, and in the future, the long-term goal is still to eventually move there. It's that right now, the opportunities are all here in the Metro Manila, and sayang naman, we wouldn't want to put any opportunity to waste. One thing that most people might not know is that prior to getting a place in Subic and prior to this pandemic, every Sunday, siguro 2 Sundays of a month, I would wake up at 4:30 a.m. and drive up to Subic, have my coffee. Sometimes I'm there without Megan because she does not want to wake up with me. So kahit ako mas personally na-in-love ako and I didn't grow up there. Na-in-love ako sa lugar na yun. So I've always had this deep connection with Subic, and just knowing that we have a place there now and that we can move there at any time when we feel that the move will be right, that brings me a lot of happiness because it gives us a lot of options and flexibility as well. And just to touch on it, Subic is super chill, and that's why I like it. We're surrounded by nature. The place that we have is surrounded by nature, a lot of open space, a lot of sunlight, and when you're there, it definitely feels very different from Metro Manila. So I like it. Considerations that we had, one is that we really wanted a nice view, or at the very least, if we couldn't get that view, we wanted good positioning relative to the sun. So I forget what orientation we have, but you can see the sunset from the balcony. And ang laking bagay nun because if you go through some of the photos we have on social media, last New Year's and Christmas, we spent a couple of weeks there and we just had such a beautiful time there. And you could see that in some of the photos. Of course, it's always different when you're actually there experiencing it, but it's the vibe that we were looking for, and we're happy to say and happy to report that I think we found that in the place that we got. Here in Metro Manila, we live in a condo and it's very much partitioned. So there are different kinds of rooms, and we have a studio room, which used to be the master bedroom. So that's studio slash gym slash storage for any kinds of computers and equipment. And then we have the smallest room, which we turned into the bedroom because we like it that way. We're a bit Japanese and Zen in that way of living in the smallest room of the condo. And I guess this condo in Metro Manila gives us a bit more structure. When we're in the studio, when we're in the gym, it's work mode. And then when we're in our bedroom, then that's time to relax. When we're in the living room, time to just enjoy, maybe watch something on YouTube or Netflix or on GMA. But when we're over in Subic, it's one huge open space. So the living area is enormous. I think the living area is bigger than this whole condo unit that we have in Metro Manila. So it's a huge shift in vibe when you go from Metro Manila to Subic, which is exactly what we would look for, because I guess that difference is what allows us to kind of relax and recharge and takes us away from the work mindset that we usually have here in Metro Manila. Okay, so here's the thing. The house that we got in Subic is very old. So I think, if I remember correctly, parang American occupation pa siya. So we got that with this in mind, that in the future, we wanted to heavily renovate it. Of course, now it's just not the time to do that because it's going to take forever and might not ever finish with the quarantine rules. So that's the long-term goal. We don't know what kind of design we want yet because we haven't really hired the architect, we haven't spoken to an interior designer, but rest assured, we can have another conversation when that happens because Megan and I are super excited to do it. We have these Pinterest boards, we have these saved IG posts on what we think and feel it could possibly look like. But definitely a lot of open spaces.